My story begins with growing up in the church, in a Christian home, a good home, but I did not understand a relationship with Christ until I was in college. Right after college, I was married to Christy, and we both knew before we got married that we would serve overseas one day. So after we were married, we both had career goals, and we kind of put the call overseas in the background, thinking that one day when we retire, we could go overseas. And so as a police officer, one night about 3 o'clock in the morning, I was sitting in my car all alone, and it was dark, and all of a sudden this song came over the radio. It was I Will Rest in You by Jackie Velasquez, and it talks about getting getting to a place that we used to be, in the hands of God, where God wanted us to be. And I knew that God wanted me to be in the ministry and not to fulfill my career goals first and then put Him second. And so that moment in my police car by myself, hearing that song, the world that I kind of built was starting to crumble down. Soon after that, about 3 months later, we ended up in seminary. Part of the time while I was in seminary, I did chaplaincy work at Wake Medical Center. It's a level 1 trauma center there. I was able to work with families, work with emergency responders, all these different things. And I knew, again, I was working on what God wanted us to do. And shortly after that, we felt that God was leading us to possibly serving overseas now, even with young kids, and well, actually one kid and one on the way. In December of 2004, we moved in with my parents in Tennessee and finished the process of going with the International Mission Board. And soon after that, we were appointed to Arequipa, Peru. We served in Peru and also in Colombia. And then we knew that God was calling us back to the U.S. We came back, we got involved with First Baptist Albertville. I was able to work part-time here, which I enjoyed, and then now I am a full-time at the Downtown Rescue Mission in Huntsville, Alabama. Many times we have the misunderstanding that when God calls us to a certain thing, that's the only thing He wants us to do. In reality, God can call us from many different situations, and He uses the experiences from the past to help us to minister to where we are right now.
This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.